What's up, everybody? This is Spence over here from PE Reviews and Playeressence.com. Welcome to another episode of Playeressence Cross Nintendo. Sorry for getting this one a little late. There was just a lot of stuff going on the site this week, so I was kind of busy working with that and plus some other things, but still got you the episode this week. So let's go ahead and we're going to get right into it. So this week was GDC for the big three, but we're going to basically just focus on kind of what Nintendo is doing, obviously because it's Playeressence Cross Nintendo. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Unity 5. This one was kind of just slipped underneath the whole rug, and I got somebody that actually emailed me the article, or basically linked the article to me on my website today, and Unity 5 has basically been announced. They showed off a feature for it, and it's actually pretty cool. Of course, Unity is the free tool for indie developers and basically anybody really to develop games, and it's supported on many different systems, of course, PlayStation, PS Vita, Wii U. A lot of developers use Unity for Wii U, and they have the new one, so it's going to actually do a lot of cool things. Like, it has real-time global illumination, a new multi-threaded job system, so there's plenty of new graphical enhancements and details, plenty of good stuff, and you can actually watch the whole thing if you check it out on Playeressence.com. They'll be in the description below. You'll see that video there. You can check out all the cool new things that Unity has added to Unity 5, and that stuff's going to be powering the next wave of games coming out, so that's pretty cool. Next, we're going to talk about CryEngine. So both Epic and Crytek, they have announced their new licensing models for their engines, but we're going to focus on the CryEngine because that one's actually supported for the Wii U, whereas Unreal Engine 4 is not directly supported by Epic. So CryEngine, the newest version of CryEngine is actually going to cost $9.90. That gives you all the tools per month, $9.90 per month, and you're going to be able to basically have that full licensed engine and be able to create games that look just as good as Sonic Boom, or of course if you have the talent and all that, for all indie developers or for anybody really. So that's actually a really good thing now, and developers can have an affordable way to make their games look really good with the CryEngine, because of course games like Sonic Boom power with the CryEngine. A lot of good stuff coming with that engine, and with this price, which is actually a lot cheaper than the Unreal Engine 4 licensing model, but this price, a lot more indie developers and a lot of developers are probably going to jump on CryEngine and make their games look pretty. So that's really cool that Crytek is doing that. They really know how to handle their engines, and having support for all the systems is very good. All right, next there's a bunch of different demos. This will all be in the description below. You can check them out. A bunch of different demos for X-Type Plus, Affordable Space Adventures, Ticket to the Man, Tesla Grad. There's all sorts of demos going on for the Wii U. Plenty of good games coming to the Wii U pretty soon here, so that's awesome. And all of these games are part of the over 50 games Nintendo announced that are in the works, that are going to be coming out within the next couple months here, leading up to summer. 50 games coming to the Wii U eShop, so that's really cool, and they're all using Unity, so that's also really good. And Nintendo also did say that they want to bring Unity to the 3DS at some point, but they don't know when they're going to be able to do that. But it's in the works, but they're looking at doing that. So if they can bring Unity to the 3DS, wow! Imagine playing all of these cool indie games. Also, cross-platform play maybe on the 3DS and on your Wii U, cross-save stuff, kind of like Monster Hunter. That'd be really cool. So hopefully they do that with Unity on the 3DS. All right, so now we're going to move on from GDC, and we're going to go to Keiji Inafune. Says that his ultimate wish is to create Mega Man Legends 3, and that was my ultimate wish for him to do back in 2011 when I first bought the Nintendo 3DS, because that's the reason why I got the system, was to play Mega Man Legends 3, and the game never came out. Not even that demo that they're going to charge $1 for, and that didn't even come out. So I couldn't even charge $1 so I can play the demo. But and the way that he used it, I love the way that he phrased it. He's like, if I had like all 7 Dragon Balls, that's what he said. If I had all 7 Dragon Balls, that'd be my ultimate wish. I was like, wow, that's crazy. He'd wish to finish creating the game. And he basically described how he'd be able to gather the original team. He said some of them are still at Capcom, or he still knows a lot of that team. And he said if Capcom wanted to, they could do it. Like he could do it now. But Capcom is there. He basically said Capcom is not going to let it happen. So it's just frustrating because Mega Man Legends 3 looked very promising. Mega Man Legends 3 looked good, and the fact that we're probably never gonna be able to play that game, and it's like there's a build out there that Capcom has it, and it's like 50-60% done or something like that. Who knows? And like they can finish it. They can finish it probably within a year maybe or less, and get that thing out on the 3DS eShop and make some money. But Capcom doesn't want to. But anyway, that's pretty cool. If you want to read his full comments verbatim, you can definitely check that out on Playeressence.com. That'll be in the description below. I wish he would, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. All right, next we're going to move on to Koji Igarashi, another one of my favorite developers here, says that he wants to work with Nintendo to make a Metroid game. Now, Koji Igarashi's been doing a ton of talking lately, which is good. We haven't heard it about him in years, and then all of a sudden now he's finally done with Konami. Thank God he's done with Konami, and now he's going to be making games as an independent studio. This is a prime example, a perfect opportunity for Nintendo to link up with Koji Igarashi. And here's the thing, Nintendo, they're worried about money with the Metroid franchise because it doesn't sell as much, you know, with the last two games, Metroid Prime, Corruption 3, and with Metroid Other M. Both of those games really not selling as well as they probably like compared to how much money they put into them. This is a perfect opportunity. Bring in Koji Igarashi, bring in a small strike team, 15, 20 people, get something 3DS, Wii U, eShop. Put it out there, 15, 20 bucks. Guarantee you better profit margins. It'll be 2D, basically Metroidvania style, like Koji Igarashi is very good at. Get it out there, less development time, less budget. Seriously, that would be perfect. Let him design that. That would be so good. It would reinvigorate the interest in Metroid. You get a ton of people downloading it. If I was Nintendo, I would definitely work towards that. Now, I think Igarashi should also get his people or who he's with or just himself to say, make sure he goes to Nintendo. It shouldn't just be like a one-way street like Nintendo has to go to him. He should go there and be like, hey, I want to do this, you know? I mean, of course, it's easier said than done, but he also said that he's thinking about Kickstarter for games and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if he needs to do Kickstarter. I think he should just go to Nintendo and be like, hey, contract me, like, make his studio, then be like, hey, let me make a Metroid game for you guys. Give me a couple people, give me a few, you don't need a huge team. I mean, when he did Castlevania Symphony of the Night, they didn't have like, 100-something, 300 people on the team. It was like a team of like 30, 40 people. You don't need huge teams to create these great experiences on the eShop. Every game doesn't need to be like Assassin's Creed where you have thousands of people working on it. Nintendo should do this. Hopefully they do. I would love to play a true Metroidvania style game. I mean, how about that would be so awesome to actually get a Metroid game made from Koji Igarashi. That would be awesome. It would just blend all the great things about Castlevania and truly with the source material, which is Metroid. So that'd be really cool. But anyway, we're going to move on from that story. And next we're going to talk about Nintendo 3DS. So the Nintendo 3DS basically with Animal Crossing New Leaf. There was a panel at GDC because believe it or not, guys, Animal Crossing is fastly becoming one of Nintendo's biggest franchise, if not already pretty much there. I mean, what they talked about is 7.3 million units sold for Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS, and that's old numbers. That is months old numbers. So they didn't even bother to update the numbers for GDC. Over 7.3 million units sold. 18% of 3DS owners bought it, and the crazy thing is that game came out at the end of mid 2012 or end of 2012, one of those areas in Japan, and of course last year in North America. And the fact that it's still going strong, like in the Media Create sales charts for Japan, it was still in the top 20. So this game is going on 2 years old and it's still charting in the top 20, and it like goes out, then it comes back in, and then once Christmas comes around, it's all like near the top. I mean, it's absolutely insane how popular Animal Crossing is on portable systems. Like on the portable systems, it's insane how popular it is, because this portable one is far more popular than Animal Crossing City Folk on the Wii, that had a way bigger install base. So I think Animal Crossing is a handheld franchise, and I think Nintendo's going to keep it that way. And I guess it's a system seller, I guess, because this is just insane how well it's been doing. I never thought it would do that well. I thought it would, of course, Animal Crossing is always awesome. I know the DS one did very well, but these numbers are good. These numbers are good. Obviously, Nintendo wants to see good numbers with that. Hopefully, they take that money and they do something nice with it, because I already know when you're talking about games like Animal Crossing, it's a profit margin thing. Like there's no way they're spending a ton of money on those type of graphics of what Animal Crossing is. So, and they're selling it at 40 bucks a pop. I mean, it's still $40. Like, so there's a nice profit margin on there. So hopefully that leads to bigger, better things for the people who like the franchise, and for people who want to get into it. Because I know my brother and his friends, they're really into that game. I mean, but I've never really got into it, but I know a ton of people like it, so that's cool. All right, so that basically wraps it up for all the news that I want to talk about right now. There's plenty more news. Check out playeressence.com. That'll be in the description below. There's a bunch of different articles. I'll have a bunch of different links on there for more videos, more GDC stuff, more different Nintendo news, of course, multi-platform news. We got it all there on playeressence.com, so check that out. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the main topic. And the main topic is that video that I did on Miiverse. And I think Nintendo has some type of grandmaster plan. I mean, they have to have some type of grandmaster plan for Miiverse. And right now I'm going to dub it Miiverse 2.0 at E3 2014. Like, I think there's going to be a Miiverse 2.0. I think this was beta because, guys, they just added, with the most recent update, they just added a search feature. They just added a search feature so you can search with community. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games on the Wii U, and they just added a search feature. So obviously this thing's still in pretty beta. I mean, there's still more features to be added. And I think at E3 2014, this year's E3, I think there's going to be the true unveiling of Miiverse, so Miiverse 2.0, where it's going to have a full integration with the Wii U OS. Now, some people were confused, like, well, I thought Miiverse is part of the OS, or some people were saying, oh, well, there might not be enough, you know, RAM to integrate or there might not be enough, you know, it causes stability issues. No. There's a gigabyte of RAM on there for the OS. That is plenty to run a text-based, with no video, to run a text-based with screenshots, a service integrated into your normal dashboard from when you load up. I mean, they can run the Wara Plaza with hundreds of Miis all over the place saying certain things. They can integrate Miiverse better into the normal standard, you know, operating system, the white background, the Wara Plaza, your dashboard, your gamepad, being able to send the quick messages and stuff like that. Now, whenever I talk to anybody on the website, I don't want to think that, you know, I'm trying to lash out at anybody. It's always good discussion with my users, and there were some that were basically saying, oh, well, you know, there's some issues with that as far as like distractions, like, you know, you don't want to see a distraction on screen, like with some of the stuff that I've been asking for. But here's the thing, guys, here's the thing. Everybody, all Nintendo fans should be wanting the best experience possible for your Wii U. I mean, and two, you should be wanting these things as far as social features for the games that are going to need them and use them the most. I'll give you guys a perfect example. So some people are saying, well, there's distractions for on-screen notifications. Well, here's the thing. This thing, yes, there's a blue light that does light up when somebody messages you, or when somebody, basically for any type of, you know, social thing that you're getting to hear. I understand that, but not everybody uses this. Some people use the Wii U Pro Controller. So if you're using the Pro Controller, do you really want to have to look at the gamepad to see when you get a message and not even know what it is? You know, what if you're waiting for an invite, or what if you're waiting for something? That's where on-screen notifications comes in. It comes in for the people who, one, want to know what's being sent to them before, not just have a little light, then just have to guess. And two, when you're using the Pro Controller, what if you have your gamepad away? What if your gamepad's charging and not facing you? You won't be able to know who's messaging you or anything at all. So the fact that they don't have on-screen notifications is a big thing. And if you don't like them, you can always have the option to turn it off, just like Xbox 360 and PS3 and every other system. You can turn them off. So I think on-screen notifications is something that they really need. And this is the reason why it's also big. Like when Smash Bros. Comes out, what if you're playing a game and you're waiting for an invite? You know, are you going to be looking at your blue light, waiting for your blue light, and then what if you press it, and what if it's just a message? It's not your invite, it's something else. So that's why on-screen notifications help, because it'll be like, oh, you got invited to a game, so you know exactly what it is. Or, oh, you got a message, so if you just got a message, no, don't worry about it. If it's your invite that you were waiting for, then okay. Or what if you're just browsing on Miiverse? I mean, you don't want to be bothered, like when you're on Miiverse, you don't want anybody to, you know, you don't want to know when somebody sends you a message, or know when somebody wants to invite you to a game. Nintendo's system right now, as far as what they're doing with Miiverse, they're spending a lot of time with it, and that's why I think that they're spending a lot of time with it, because they're trying to truly get it up to snuff and then finally integrate it. Because another reason why I say it's not really fully integrated, because if you look at the friends list, you have your friends list that pulls up, but you can't do anything with your friends from that list. You have to go to Miiverse. So there's already there's a disconnect. Whereas like when you're on other systems, you see your friends list, okay, from there you can send them a message, you can invite them to a game, you can invite them to a chat. But with the Wii U, that's not the case. You have to go to separate things to do certain things. You just have a friends list that's just there. So that's why I think Miiverse 2.0, E3 2014. Nintendo's going to finally integrate that Miiverse feature to where when you open up your friends list, it's just like quick message to Miiverse. You can quickly send someone a message, you can quickly check your inbox, or if you want to actually go into Miiverse, then you can actually do like go into Miiverse. And also like with the voice chat, it's like that's another whole separate thing. You can't just ask for a voice chat from your friends list so you can see who's online. Like you have to go into the voice chat or the video chat thing and pick from the list that they have going across horizontally. That's no way to do things. They should have everything just integrated on your friends list to where it's convenient for all users. But like I said, especially with big games coming out like Smash Bros, you're going to want to know when you get those invites. You're going to want to know when somebody sends a message like, hey, let's play some Smash, or let's play some Mario Kart. Like when Xenoblade comes out, you know, like let's say Hyrule Warriors have these, you know, has online play. There's a lot of these games that are coming out this year that have online play, and the social features for Nintendo, what they're doing, are not up to snuff. So trust me, you guys are going to want these, and you guys are going to want to take advantage of them. So that's why I think Nintendo has some grand master plan. They're trying to get Miiverse up to snuff. They're trying to build the features, and then they're going to truly integrate it at E3 with Miiverse 2.0. I hope this comes true because I think it needs to happen, especially with Mario Kart right around the corner. I mean, as a site owner and as somebody who's going to be setting up, you know, PE game nights and setting up things, I want it to be quick for you guys. So like if you guys are waiting to get into a PE game night, I'm like, hey, here's my invite to you, here's my invite to you, here's my invite to you, or I can send like a mass invite, you know what I'm saying? Like those are stuff that's going to help all of us, like when we all want a game together, you know what I'm saying? And when you guys can be notified, okay, it's starting right now. And so that's another reason why, because I also want better organization for the website for like Wii U, because I want to be able to play games with you guys better, you know? So I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's just I want things better for us as the gamers. But anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Do you guys think that Nintendo is going to do Miiverse 2.0? Do you guys think that they're going to have some full integration to where you can access stuff from your friends list, not have to go into Miiverse or go into a separate thing for voice chat or all that other stuff? Do you think it's going to be fully integrated? I want to get you guys' opinions. How do you guys feel on the subject? How do you guys game when it comes to that? Do you guys like the little blue light? Do you guys feel that there should be on-screen notifications? Do you guys feel that there should be folders? That's another thing that they don't have on there. 3DS has folders. People's dashboards are getting pretty cluttered, so you need to be able to have some folders in there too. So what do you guys think? Are they going to add these things? And I know I've already talked about it a couple times, but I think it's also something that Nintendo fans can talk about more, because I think it's just good to get everybody's opinions out as far as how this whole Miiverse thing goes, because I think Miiverse is awesome. I actually love Miiverse. I just think that it needs to be integrated a little bit better with the standard operating system in Dash, so people can take advantage of it more. I mean, I love posting on Miiverse for Bravely Default, but it takes me more than 20 seconds just to get into it. I mean, it's just like, it's a slow process. So if I can quickly post a screenshot and message to Miiverse without having to actually boot it up, that would be really cool for this game, and I would post a lot more. But my 3DS, but that's just, hopefully, it's just the way it is, but hopefully they have something in store. Hopefully they have some grand plan, and I'm thinking that they do for E3. So of course, like I said, let me get your opinion in the comment section below. Make sure you check out the description. Of course, that'll take you over to PlayerEssence.com. There you can see all the latest news, reviews, shows, tips, and tricks. I still got a lot of good stuff going up this weekend, plenty of good stuff that I already put up. So didn't really take much of a break this Saturday, but hey, we still got some good articles and stuff. And plus we have stuff going up Sunday as well whenever you're watching this, so that'll be pretty cool too. Also, make sure you give us a like, because when you give us a like, it basically helps us send our content out to other people so we can get more people watching Player Essence content and PE reviews. Also, make sure you subscribe, because when you subscribe, you basically get all my videos, Let's Plays, reviews. I do lots of different stuff, commentaries, gameplay videos, PE game nights, so you're going to definitely want to subscribe. Plus, we have our weekly shows just like this one, Player Essence Cross Nintendo, so plenty of good stuff on PE Reviews and PlayerEssence.com. Alright, so once again, this was Francis, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.